Well, hello. Welcome to a new biking vlog. I guess we're going to change what they're called. They're going to be called Korea vlogs. And the reason why is because it occurred to me that I can't bike during the winter. So they have to change. It's the winter's too unpredictable here. It's blinding snow and then it's beautiful day and then it's freezing cold rain. So I can't really bike because I want consistency. You know, I want to get on my bike and enjoy the ride. It's fine if it's hot, I can go earlier, or if it's hot but raining, I can wear I can wear my raincoat, my rain poncho. But so here we are. We're doing some exploring here. We're on a road, and this is going over a pretty big bridge. Now, I could probably go on this little sidewalk to my right, but it was so small. I really was worried I'd, swerve a little bit and go right into a car. So I chose to ride on the street. But I like these views. I've mentioned this several times. I just love bridges here. They're all so strategic and most of them are so pretty and interesting. But here I'm just going to roam around. So here we're going to get on this, this other path here. And so this is kind of more of a residential area. But look how beautiful this path is. You know, Mainly for people, I think, but bikes are all also good here. Look how beautiful it is. Just covered in trees and, separated enough from traffic. You are going to hit a few traffic lights once in a while. Excuse me. So yeah, it's kind of shaded and covered if it's a really hot day. I just love this little path here. I've said this many times. Korea is such a livable country. They really care about their citizens and, setting things up. So, people are taken care of. If you have a dog, you can walk your dog. If you have bikes, you can bike. It's all just so well thought out. So here we are just enjoying this beautiful tree-lined bike path. You can just smell the oxygen from all these trees. It just smells so good. But then you've got a truck that just went by polluting the air. But what can you do? So this whole ride is kind of an exploration. I'm kind of on a mission here. I want to find some tubes for my bike. And I didn't realize how hard my tires were to find tubes. You know, and they just seem to be such an odd size. I've tried before, and every shop I went into, they look at me like, "Oh no, we don't have those." Apparently, my bikes, they're called Schwalbe Big Apples, are very good tires, like top of the line, and they're just what came with my bike when I bought it new. Real selling point of this bike. But that means that a tube is really hard to find. So I may just have to call the place I bought it and have them send me some. That may be one option. But I just was enjoying a different kind of ride. I wanted to see if I could find them. And so this ride's going to be a lot through, you know, more cityscapes, not much actual real bike paths. If you look to the right, you see these little tent-like things. Again, so nice for people. Those are places to sit out of the hot sun. Very, very nice. And right down below here is the bike path. So I could be taking the bike path now. But it's nice just to do something different. I just wanted you to get a different view of Korea. I'm sure a lot of you have similar areas. These are probably pretty common. So again, just joining this area. And here we come to a major street. You obviously have to have a light here, traffic light. But one of the negatives of riding this way is you hit all these major streets. But there's not that many. This is probably the longest one. So good time to take a drink. And just enjoy the scenery. So not much scenery right at this exact moment. So finally, we're able to cross the street. So hope that wasn't too boring. Another bike, this guy's dressed really nicely for biking, so that's awesome. Today's weather is not too bad. It's a little bit hot, but it's not bad at all. So it's pretty much perfect weather. So it's really enjoyable biking weather. That's one thing about biking is I have to toughen up. It's not every day is going to be perfect weather. Some weather's boiling hot and I need my arm sleeves so I can, be protected from the sun. Sometimes I need to wear sunscreen protection even under the arm sleeves because it's so intense heat. But now I'm starting to be able to go a little later in the day. Those hot, hot, hot summer days, you know, you really have to go at 5 o'clock in the morning. You have to leave at 5 and be done your ride by like 9 or 8. It's just too hot. I mean, literally by 9 or especially 10 o'clock in the morning, you're just out. I can almost barely stand it. And that's fine. Just learn to get up early. So as I get better at biking and more enjoyable with biking, I want to learn to do that. If it's really hot summer days, just get up at 5. Doesn't hurt me at all. I'm very adaptable in that way. And one of the joys of getting up at 5 a.m. is, you ride for a little bit, but then it's to have breakfast on the trail somewhere. There are so many beautiful places to have breakfast. And so I like to bring these cakes that I made, and usually like some kind of banana nut bread of some kind, and then bring my own coffee, to keep me going. Certainly not addicted to coffee, but it's really nice on the trail. And also it's liquid, so, hydrate a little bit. So one of the joys though, you get a view maybe overlooking the river or a mountain, or sometimes apartment complexes have like these nice sitting areas. Not sure if they want some strange foreign person to sit there. A couple of times I've been looked at a little funny, but not unfriendly. Just I smile sweetly and say, hello, good morning. They're fine. I'm obviously not causing any trouble. But I like this way of going. It's kind of interesting. So at this point in the ride, I have no idea what I'm actually doing. I just wanted to go through this residential area. I have this vague idea, maybe I'm going to go shopping, but I'm not really sure. Problem is, I don't know where any of the bike shops are. And I know there's an app called Naver in Korea, Naver Maps. And I know you can look for bike shops. But, it's all in Korean. I know it's a simple thing to look up how to say bike shop in Korean. But I'm just not that good in Korean. So I haven't really done that. And also, there's something to be said for just roaming, just not going anywhere, just enjoying a roam. It's one of my favorite things. So how do you guys feel? Do you like just roaming on the bike like this? No direction. I've walked this path before, and it was a wonderful walk. A little bit different on the bike, some the same. But on the bike, you have to be a lot more aware of people, sometimes dogs. or other animals, sometimes like twigs or logs even in the way. People drop things. I'm amazed in Korea how there's no trash. I'm so impressed by that. Good job, Korea. Good job. You know, the fact that it's not littered with trash. People don't just walk by and throw their trash. So impressed. I've seen other countries, even in America where I'm from, where it's littered with trash. And so what's amazing to me is Korea doesn't have that many trash cans. They're just well educated here. They hold their trash until they find a place to put it. They don't just throw it on the ground. So very impressed. I mean, once in a while, yeah, I have seen some, but generally, we got to get around this truck. So now I'm in an area, I think I've walked this also long time ago. Yeah, I think this is before I got the bike. I went for a really long walk. So I think I have walked this street before. And again, walking with the street, in some ways it's safer. Another bike just went by. So in some ways, walking, you can get out of the way quicker and there's no cars or anything. I find this street to be pretty safe. Now we're going down this looks like a bike path of some sort. No, for cars. It's definitely for cars. Oh, bike path. So again, I don't know how much traffic noise you can hear. This was recorded with the mic right on the frame. And so the sound quality isn't that great. Sometimes if I'm on the right surface, I can hear the sound and it's fine. But other times you hear the, because the big tires on the street don't sound good. So anyway, the view is different. It's lower. It's a lot more immersive for biking. I love this view, but it is louder. So think in post we're going to make it lower. So you can tell we're getting to more industrial area. Do you see all those same kind of blue vans? I think they're called Bongo. I can't remember if they're Hyundai or Kia, but they're all the same. It seems like a really popular model. There's Bongo and Bongo 2. Not sure if there's a Bongo 3. I'm not sure why they're called Bongo, but still fun. So very strange road. Again, I'm not sure if I've walked this. I think I was on the bike path below, but I easily could have walked this. Ooh, look at that. In this view, it looks like I have no room to get away from that truck. How did I fit? Look at that. It looks like there's zero room. Well, perspective is different. Wow, you can see this is a working area. There was a digger of some sort there. There's all these trucks, some cars too. This is a more industrial working area. Which again, we don't give working people enough credit. They're what run the world. Without them, we would just be lost. I don't know why we don't give people more credit. But I guess we all have different things we're good at, different skills. Some people are more thinking people. Some people are working with their hands. Some people are good at business or directing other people and leading people. So everybody has their own skill. So I think we should celebrate, all the skills of all kinds of different people. Oh, another bongo truck is right in my way. They seem such oddly shaped trucks. I don't know why I think that, but they seem oddly shaped to me. So who knows? Here we're going another major area. So again, I have to make a choice. Which way do I go? So I have to look around here because you can't cross here. Do I go all the way across this bridge to get across? I just want to go straight. So honestly, I don't know where to go at the moment. I got to kind of check. Let's look on this side. Some tire store called Tire Bank. They're very famous here. So let's look in the opposite direction. So this seems to be my best bet because there's a way to go. But, that across the street, I don't know what's over there. Do I cross there? Oh, look, there's a bike shop here. I didn't realize that. There's a bike shop. Maybe I should stop at this bike shop and see what we got going on here. So turns out I did stop at the bike shop. I didn't film it because too many people running around. And so I asked, do you have a tube for me? They looked at me like I was from Mars. Of course they didn't have it. But they told me there's another bike shop down this road. So, I didn't cross the major street. I went sort of, another way down, this street, which is not where I expected to go. But they said, go this way. You might find what you're looking for, which again is half the fun. Nothing really great on the other side of that bridge anyway. And I've never been down this street. So who knows what's here? Ooh, tight fit. This is really tight. So, not a bad street for bikes, but you can't really get any speed or you can't do much here because it's a little bit dangerous. Yeah, and there's this huge drop off there. That's one funny thing about some of the roads here. Some of it just go off into this, this pit, this all cement pit. So it seems really dangerous. If I just go off a little bit, I'm in a pit, of concrete. So for cars, that must be frightening. But luckily, they're more really country roads. So again, I'm just looking for my part, just looking for it, and see if I can find the tube for my tires. I don't desperately need it. These tires have been just rock solid, fantastic. But I just picture this, my tire blows somewhere. I'm right next to a bike shop or close to it, or have a taxi take me there. And, they can put it on. As long as I have the parts, they can put it on. It's simple. But I can't do this, by myself. I'm amazed by people and other bike videos I've seen saying, oh, it's easy to change a tire. I haven't found that at all. I found the pumping, all the little parts. I actually had a portable pump and I just couldn't figure it out. Maybe I'm stupid. But I just couldn't figure out how all this worked. And it's so simple. You just have them do it. They charge you $4 or something or whatever. There's these guys on the side of the trail that fix things. So yeah, if I ever did have a blowout, I don't know what I'd do. So now it's dumped me out onto this major street. So again, this ride is, different than I thought. So I guess we're going to do some, industrial area riding, which worries me a little bit because is there any sharp things? This isn't a bike path. So I worry a little bit. Did somebody leave some nails or some sharp things? Because this, you can see it's all industrial. It's all parts and, motors and things. So I worry a little bit about biking here, and I should be. So I'm very careful. I look as carefully as I can. As you see, next is like a hardware store. And I think this area is called Street of Tools. I think that's literally its name. So that's pretty cool. So why don't we just enjoy this for a while? So this is the Street of Tools. So I don't know about you, but I thought that was great fun. Now, it's interesting where we're coming up to now. Totally different area. So let's just see what this is. Ah, do you know what this is? This is the baseball. So you can see that that bus says Kia Tigers. I'm not sure if you can see that. So somehow I've made it to the baseball stadium for Kia Tigers. Again, I didn't expect to come here at all. So let's turn around a little bit and see what's here. Because again, I'm at the baseball stadium. I don't know if there's a game going on or what. There must be well, maybe the buses just park here permanently. These are all, baseball players and things. Very interesting. I did not expect to find this. So here I am going towards the stadium itself. So let's just see if there's anything happening here. I really don't know. Don't think this is made for bikes, but hey, it works. No problem for bikes. Kind of a beautiful area. Looking around. Oh, look, there's people in line. So there must be a game today. There's all kinds of people here waiting in line. So this ride is not really too much about exercise, more about exploring. But yeah, I'm still getting exercise. I'm pedaling around. It's not high intensity, very low intensity. Hey, it's exercise. And very, very interesting. How in the world am I here? Did not expect this. Oh, just kind of looking around here. What is here? Nothing too exciting, I guess. What's over here? What's over here? No, not too much to film. So if you're on an exercise bike at home, it's kind of fun, right? You get to explore one of the baseball stadiums in Korea. That's why I think these things are fun. So hopefully you're getting something really fun out of this. Just to get to explore a totally different area without leaving your house. And so, hey, I understand. Like in the winters here, if I can't ride outside, I'm going to have to stay at home, which is awesome. I've got a really nice exercise bike. So watching a video, I'm going to watch this later on, in the winter. I'm going to enjoy this. So I hope other people enjoy it also. Not sure what this bus is. I think this might be the opposing team's bus. I'm not sure though. Anyway, not sure where to go here. I'm kind of just wandering. Yeah, let me just turn around and get a shot of this bus. You can say it says Kia Tigers on it, and it's got the big, scary-looking tiger because that's their name, the Kia Tigers. They actually won everything a few years ago. They were the number one team in Korea. So it's interesting. And one day I was out shopping, and I met this lady here who looked kind of lost. So I just said hello. And, it turns out her husband was a pitcher on the Kia Tigers. They were foreign. I couldn't figure out if they were Canadian or American, but she was the pitcher's wife for the Kia Tigers. Well, let's keep going. Interesting looking at the buses, but time to go, I guess. So let's see what else we can explore and find. So buy Kia buses, actually quite interesting. Hey, think of the life of a professional baseball player. And so much of it is just sitting on a bus. So that's the kind of life I wonder what that would be like to be a professional baseball player. I don't know if I would enjoy that. Sort of travel, but do you really get to see the cities that you go to? I've heard in the minor leagues it's just terrible. You stay at the worst hotels. You don't even eat very good food. Your whole life is trying to get into the major leagues. That's your whole life. Well, here we are. We're on much wider, bigger streets. Oh, I hit that light just perfectly. I love it when that happens. I get there and I make the light. You see this umbrella? Did you see how much coverage it had? You know? So if it's a hot day, you're totally covered. It's kind of cool. Another big bridge to climb or crossover. And again, at this point, I have no idea where I'm going. you know, and it's not scary, but a little bit weird because how do I get home? Am I going to have to retrace my steps? Most of the time, I hit something that says, "Oh, I know where we are now," and I figure out a different way to go home. But at this point, I don't know where we're going. I barely know a direction. So, you know, it's kind of fun though. So this is all just, semi cityscapes here. Now, oh wow, this is an actual bike path. I just saw the bike symbol. This is a real bike path. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's the bike symbol again. A bunch of stores here. I don't know what any of these are. We're going by too quickly. Yeah. Oh, it is a nice bike path. It's pretty wide and red. I guess it's very clearly a bike path. Pretty cool. So there's still enough for people. See, two bikes just crossed each other. No problem. Seems like we all fit okay. So, how about some more music? So we're still on this bike path. Do you like this new format I'm trying? I kind of like it, where I talk a little bit. We have music a little bit, and I talk. So I find it very, very, I don't know, I find it to be kind of fun. Enjoy some music for a few minutes and talking for a few minutes. I personally like listening to music while I bike, but you got to be careful because, you know, I've been so absorbed in my music at times or a podcast that I don't notice cars. So it's really, you got to be so careful. So I'm learning how to do that while still knowing what's going on. Don't listen to your music very loud. Don't just crank it up. Listen so you can hear it, but you're totally aware. Like right now, I have to be very careful. There's no other cars or bikes or dogs or children in the way. Let's go this way. So again, you're just kind of making up the route as you go. So this seems to be a major, major intersection. I think this may be where Kwangju Station is, the train station, but I don't know. Kwangju is a big place. So we're just wandering around, trying to figure out where to go. So I hope you enjoyed that musical interlude. I tend to get my music from the YouTube music library. Now, some people say it's not very good music or it's not great. I've enjoyed it. I really have. Some people say I should use something like Epidemic Sound, which I think is paid. And there's some other free ways to get it. I just like using YouTube music because then there's absolutely no problem with copyright. I really worry about that. Like whenever I render these videos onto YouTube. They do a check. And it's so comforting to know that they're not going to find anything, you know? We're getting so strict in the modern world. It's like if I drive by someone with a radio, could that be copyright? Or I'm going by a festival and they're playing music. Do I have to block that out? It's just too weird. We used to just enjoy music. Why did we get so funny about it? If it's playing in the background, that's not copyright. That's enjoying the music. I don't get it at all. But that's the modern world. You guys have any thoughts about that? How do you feel about that? I think we've just gone crazy about copyright. Isn't music meant to be enjoyed? Well, there's a lot of stoplights and everything in this area. So, and big, big, big major streets. This is the world's longest light. So I'm not sure if I'll bore you with this much longer. Just waiting and waiting and waiting. Like the longest one I've ever had to deal with. Traffic, traffic, traffic. So again, it's been a pretty good ride. Very interesting. I found the Kia Tiger Stadium, and so let's just move on. So let's just jump out of this. So I stopped recording that, and now we're on this other very nice trail. So again, something totally different that I didn't expect to find. So this just came up out of nowhere in this interesting ride. Same day, same ride. Just came to this really cool trail. Full of trees and nature. So kind of fun. Yeah, I love these little wooden places to sit, and benches and things. Those are great places for, I call it my snack time. Sometimes it's my breakfast time. Not usually much dinner. I usually don't go late at night. So mostly it's really early morning, or I usually quit by early afternoon, depending on the season. So this picture's a little dark, but that's the way it was when I took this. So I don't know how dark this is going to seem on the film. Might be too dark. I'm still playing with the settings for DJI. Is this going to darken it, over sharpen it, or over darken it? I don't know. Because this is suddenly bright light. Is it going to suddenly get light and nice? It's hard to know. So we're on this big bridge. I'm slowly figuring out where we are. I have to go next to these cars, which I'm sure on the video it's going to look like I can't fit. Well, actually here I literally can't fit. Oh, so let's just climb up onto this. Yeah, so I've decided to just actually use this walkway. But then I have to sort of walk it. I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not. Am I going to fall over here? But no, it all seemed to work out. And we barely fit through there. Now, how do you like this view? Because I've seen some which show people's arms in the video, and I've done some videos like that too, and I think that's fine. This one, you almost can't tell. Am I on a bicycle? Am I on a motorcycle? Am I just walking? So again, with this attached right to the bike, you get to see exactly what I see. This is my view, pretty much. I mean, I guess I'm a little higher being on a bike, but this is kind of the view that I get. Well, thanks for riding with me. I've really enjoyed having you along, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later. Bye.